Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the poem The Inchcape Rock. The poem starts with no stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Her sails from heaven received no motion, her keel was steady in the ocean. The first part is telling us that the environment is extremely calm and quiet. There is no movement in the air, there is no movement in the sea. The wind is not blowing, the waves are not flowing. And because of that, the ship is extremely still. The ship is not moving at all. Her sails, the fabric on the ship is known as a sail. Her sails from heaven, heaven matlab sky, received no motion. Motion here means power. So the sail did not get any wind. So the wind was not blowing. And her keel is the bottom part of the ship, was steady in the ocean. Steady means it does not move. So the ship is very still, it does not move. Why? Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape rock. Yani, the waves are too small. It's not a high tide, it's a very small wave flowing. As a result, there is no sign or shock. Shock means power, sound. There is no sound, there is no power of the waves, and the waves are not moving the ship at all. The waves flowed over the Inchcape rock. There is a rock which is on the coast of Scotland, and on that rock the waves have been flowing, they have been moving, but the waves are so small that they don't go over the Inchcape rock. So they are very small. So little they rose, so little they fell. The waves being so very small, they are very little in size, they are very less in size, and that is why they did not move the Inchcape bell. Now what is the Inchcape bell? That we will see in the next stanza, what the Inchcape bell is. The worthy abbot of Aberbrothock. In your book the word worthy is deleted. The abbot matlab priest, of Aberbrothock. Aberbrothock is the name of a place. The priest of Aberbrothock, the Christian priest of Aberbrothock, had placed the bell over the Inchcape rock. So this bell was installed by a priest who had come from Aberbrothock. On a buoy means floating object. On a buoy in the storm it floated and swung, and over the waves its warning rung. The Inchcape bell was placed on the rock in such a manner that it was put on a wooden platform, and this wooden platform is a buoy. Buoy means something which floats in water. And when there is a storm, when there is a high tide, what will happen, beta? The waves will rise, and as a result that this floating object will also start moving, and the bell will start ringing. When the rock was hit by the surges swell means increasing waves. Swell means to increase, surge means high tide. When the rock was hidden by the high waves, the mariners, the sailors heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock. Perilous matlab dangerous. So they knew there is a dangerous rock in the direction of the ringing bell, and they were saved and blessed the abbot of Aberbrothock. And because they were saved because of the warning bell, they always blessed whenever they moved from that direction and they heard the bell, they blessed the abbot of Aberbrothock. Of course, you will be happy and you will bless, or you will pray for a person who has helped you in the hour of need. Aberbrothock is that kind of a person who has helped people in their hour of need. As a result, people bless them. But there are people who are having negative attitudes. And who is he? We are coming to know about him in the next part. The sun and the heaven was shining gay. Heaven means sky. The sun was shining gay means happily. The sun was shining happily. All things were joyful on that day. And when you feel that you are happy, you will feel as if everybody is happy. The seabirds screamed as they wheeled round. The seabirds also chirped. Scream means to shout, but scream is a word used for humans. Chirping is the word used for birds. So the seabirds, they chirped when they are moving around. Wheeled matlab moving around. Where? Over the ship. And there was joyance in their sound, and there was happiness in their sound. When we are happy, when you go for a picnic, you feel as if everybody is happy. That is because you are happy. So that environment is so joyful, so cheery, that everybody is uh, looking like it's feeling like everybody is happy. The buoy of the Inchcape bell was seen a darker speck on the ocean green. Sir Ralph the rower walked his deck and fixed his eye on the darker speck. This is the villain here. Buoy. Buoy means the floating object. The buoy of the Inchcape bell was seen. When you see anything from a distance, it will look like a small object. So this Inchcape bell looked like a very small object from the ship. A darker speck. Speck means dot. When you look anything from a distance, it looks like a small dot in the ocean green, in the vast green ocean. I know the color of water is assumed to be blue because of the sky, but here greenery is because of this is the color of prosperity. मैं उसके बारे में बाद में डील करूंगा. ये सर राल्फ के लिए एक प्रॉस्परस जगह है. सर राल्फ एक पायरेट है. सर राल्फ द रोअर इज अ पायरेट. Walked his deck. He's walking over the deck of his ship, the platform of his ship, and he fixed his eye on the darker speck. He's continuously looking at that Inchcape float, Inchcape bell. His eye was on the Inchcape float. Quoth he, my men, put out the boat and row me to the Inchcape rock. I'll plague the abbot of Aberbrothock. What did he say, beta? His eye he fixed on the Inchcape. He's continuously looking at the Inchcape bell. Quoth he, it is an old English way to say said. Said he, my men, put out the boat. Take out the boat. Take me, row me. Row me means to paddle, to oar, to take. To take me to the Inchcape rock, and I'll plague. Plague means to make unhappy, to make angry. So he says, I will plague the abbot of Aberbrothock. यानी मैं उसको गुस्सा दिला दूंगा. How? The boat is lowered and the boatmen row, and to the Inchcape rock they go. Sir Ralph bent over from the boat and cut the bell from the Inchcape float. What did he do, Vina? He simply went to the rock and he cut off the rope which was tied by abbot of Aberbrothock. And what does that mean? This means any person who is evil. Sir Ralph is an evil person, so he will not like things which are done by good people. He did not like people blessing abbot of Aberbrothock. So what did he do? He simply went there and he cut off the bell from the Inchcape float. And as a result, what happened? He was satisfied now that nobody is going to bless the abbot of Aberbrothock. Everybody curses him because he is a bad person. So he does not like people being blessed. What does the next stanza tell us? It tells us, down sank the bell with a gurgling sound, and the bubbles rose and burst around. Down sank the bell. Now what happened? As soon as he cut off the rope, the bell, which was metallic, it went down. It went down in the water, and as a result, what happened? The bubbles, they rose from air was trapped inside the bell, and the bubbles came out. It means it went down now. Quoth Sir Ralph, said Sir Ralph, the next who comes to the rock won't bless the abbot of Aberbrothock. See, there is no enmity between him and the abbot. The only enmity between him and the abbot is that abbot is a good person and Sir Ralph is an evil person. So an evil person does not like somebody being blessed, and that is the only reason why he cuts off the bell. The next who comes to the rock won't bless the abbot of Aberbrothock. Sir Ralph the rower sailed away. He scoured the seas for many a day. And then he went. He cut off the bell as if he has done his duty, and he went away. And he searched. Scout means to search. He searched the sea, the ocean for many days. Means he looted people, he looted ships, and now grown rich with the plundered store. Now he has become extremely rich with the plundered store. Plundered matlab looted. Store matlab collected. Material which he has collected. So now grown rich with the plundered store. He had looted and had collected many treasures and steers his course. He changes his course. Course matlab wait for Scotland's shore. So he is moving towards Scotland. He is coming towards Scotland. This shows that Sir Ralph was a citizen of Scotland, or probably a person who stays in Scotland. Now please remember that the Inchcape rock is also on the shores of Scotland. So if Sir Ralph is moving towards Scotland, he is moving towards the Inchcape rock. Now this is a third type of environment. So thick a haze overspreads the sky, they cannot see the sun on high. So thick a haze means fog. The entire sky is covered with fog, so thick that they cannot see the sun on high. High means in the afternoon. So even in the afternoon, the sun is not visible. The wind had blown a gale all day. At the evening, it had died away. The wind, which was flowing very powerfully throughout the day, gale means powerful. At the evening, it had died away. Died away matlab it had ended, stopped blowing. On the deck, the rower takes his stand. So dark it is, they see no land. So Sir Ralph is standing over the deck of the ship, and it is very, very dark. They cannot see anything beyond their ship. It's so dark, they cannot see land. Quoth Sir Ralph, he is telling his men, his sailors, it will be lighter soon. It will be lighter, matlab brighter. There will be more light. For there is a dawn of the rising moon. Dawn means the rising time. Now, when you cannot see anything in the afternoon, in the sun, can you see things in the moonlight? No, but that is what fear is. He is so frightened that he is talking rubbish now. What does he say? That they will see land very soon because it will be brighter, and it will be brighter because the moon is going to rise. पहले लाइन में बताया है कि it is so thick, the fog is so thick that they cannot see the sun. When you can't see the sun, how can you see the moon? But that is what it is. So now there is fear in his heart probably. He is confused what will happen, and we know what is going to happen. The poem says, can't steer, said one. The breakers wrote. He says, can we hear something? The breakers. Breakers are the waves on the shore. Roar means noise. For me, thinks we are near the shore. They are discussing amongst themselves. Okay, I can hear the waves on the shore. So we will be near Scotland. Now where we are, I cannot tell, but I wish I could hear the Inchcape bell. The other one says, I don't know where we actually are, but I hope if we could have not cut the bell, we could have heard the bell and we could have understood where we are. So he says, I wish we could hear the Inchcape bell. They hear no sound, the swell is strong. The waves are very, very moving very strongly. Though the wind had fallen, they drift along. Though there is no wind blowing, but the waves are so powerful that they are dragging the ship towards the shore. And till the vessel strikes with a shivering shock, oh Christ, it is the Inchcape rock. What happens, beta? The vessel, the ship, it strikes a big rock. And which is that rock? They know, oh God, it is the Inchcape rock. They have struck the rock. Now if they have struck the rock, that means they will now definitely will sink. The ship will sink. And now they are utterly frightened about it. So they say, oh Christ, here of course it means oh God. Christ in Christianity, of course, God. So this adage, oh Christ, means oh God, it is the Inchcape rock. Almost immediately they come to know that they have hit a rock and now they will not survive. They will definitely die. So they say, oh Christ, oh God, it is the Inchcape rock, the ship which has hit the Inchcape rock. Sir Ralph the rower tore his hair, he cursed himself in despair. Sir Ralph the rower tore his hair. This is a way to say that he was extremely angry with himself. He cursed himself in despair. Despair is in the loss of hope. When your person is extremely disheartened. The waves rush in on every side. The water is moving from every side. And the ship is sinking beneath the tide. The ship is drowned. They are all drowning in the water. But even in the dying fear, one dreadful sound the rower could hear. Even in that worst moment, one dreadful, very frightening sound the rower, the pirate could hear. What is the sound, beta? a sound as if with the Inchcape bell, the devil below was ringing his knell. As if the devil, Satan, the monster, is ringing the knell. Knell is the bell which is rung when in Christianity, when somebody is put into the grave. The father, the priest, who is a very good person, he comes and he prays for the person and rings the bell. That is the end of the funeral. So for very normal people, a good person like a father will ring the knell, but for an evil person like Sir Ralph, who is ringing the knell, beta? The devil. That means that Sir Ralph had done a very dreadful, very worst kind of deed, and that is why he is suffering. Hence, the moral of the poem is, as you sow, so shall you reap. I hope you might have understood the entire poem. If there are any queries, please do email me on smileeditorials@gmail.com. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.